Hello, my name is Marciano, and today I'm going to talk about the rise and fall of therapsids. The therapsids are direct ancestors to modern reptiles, birds, and mammals. They first appeared during the Carboniferous period, around 250 million years ago, and they were derived from a group called the amniotes. Amniotes are a group of vertebrate that acquired the ability to lay eggs or give birth on dry land. And at that time, the ability to reproduce on dry land was quite prolific and gave rise to three prominent groups: the anapsids on my left, the diapsids on my right, and of course, the synapsids. As you can see, each of those lineage had a unique arrangement of holes. For the synapsids, it's two holes infused into one behind the eye, and the synapses gave birth to quite prominent species such as the Pelycosaurus, the Sphenocondys, and of course the Cerapsids that later gave birth to modern mammals. And in this, I will present the rise and legacy of ancient Cerapsids. I will discuss the Cerapsids' body shape, skull feature, and afterwards their legacy. It was due to the change. It was due to the change of It was due to the change of climate change and environment that was increased temperature and the creation of the supercolony called Pangea that the Synapsids uh, were the most successful among the Synapsids. Due to their body shape, due to their body favoring a more terrestrial approach, where instead of their Pelycosaurus other synapses, like the Pelycosaurus on my left, where the bellies were dragged onto the ground, the Cerapsids had adopted a more terrestrial approach or movement. The Cerapsid had adapted that its pectoral and pelvic bones were longer to better accommodate a wide range of movements, longer legs for elevated posture, shorter and curvier ribs to resist stress and weight. Seraps's performance was faster, more versatile, and more active than their predecessors. Those added advantages permitted the Serapsis to explore a more hostile environment in a wider range in a shorter amount of time. The elongated limbs, posture change, and band stress was a revolution at that time, where Argos was still sprawling onto the ground. Now we can see two Cerapsids. On my up, you see a predator Cerapsid called a Gogonopsia, built for nimbleness and short bursts of speed. On my left down, you can see a branch of Dinosphelia. We can see its body structure to be a bit more sturdy. Its pill-like legs support its size, its weight, and conserve energy. Early synapses dominate the Permian period due to the advanced upright gate-like position and rapid diversification. Those rapid diversification of body shape was key in broadening its species. Now I'm going to talk about the skull features. Skull features, as mentioned before, the synapses possesses a hole behind the eye, and many researchers believe that those arrangement of holes permit a better strengthening in the jaw muscles that permitted a stronger bite force and speed, perfect for crushing bones and vegetation, tough vegetation like the sigillaria on my right. With the vegetation being a bit tougher, longer mastication, and ability to breathe while chewing was quite needed. The secondary palate was soon implemented in advanced cerapsids. The secondary palate is a bone structure that separates the nose and the mouth cavity, enabling the ability to chew while breathing. With the ability to chew and breathe, Cerapsid had a clear advantages over its other competitors. It offers Cerapsid a wider range of diet. Oh, let's not forget about the teeth. The complex skull synapses possessed a primitive version of multi-purpose teeth. On my left, you see more primitive synapses, the Dimetrodons or the Sphenocondys, possess only teeth for cutting and holding meat. But on my right, you see an unknown Scalocerapsids that has a primitive cheek teeth or molars to crush bones. The combination of teeth, muscles, and palate were truly the utmost that made the Cerapsids a complex species. Now on to the legacy. The Permian Triassic max extinction had estimated around 9% of terrestrial and marine life. Only few had survived. However, the descendant branch and smaller creatures had indeed found a way. Burrowing. Burrowing were and still is a crucial skill for many creatures' survivability, where it permitted during the Permian period to escape fire, UV light, acid rain, and strong fluctuation of temperature. Burrows were crucial, but they need more for survivability. Transition, adaptability, potential. Energy is a resource which is precious, and the size of the individual determines the facility of living. Survived synapses, like the smaller descendant in this side, had adapted by transitioning cold-blooded to warm blood. Warm blood were animals that were able to regulate their temperature independently from its surroundings. The potentiality of adaptability are quite terrifying, if I might say myself. Those last synapses were at the precipice of transition between mammal, like reptiles, like synapsids, to primitive mammals. The synapses body structure, the importance of adopting a complex call structure, and eventually the legacy and culmination of synapsids have not only the synapses but also the whole of synapsids brought the necessary resilience in today's platform of synapsids, as we can call it, modern mammals.